green, this means that we are live. Just want to make sure it looks good on this end. Awesome. Hi guys, Arceus Rules here. I am back again and talking to you guys about an anime series. So today we'll be talking about some Eden Zero, alright? We're going to be covering the first 1 to 22 episodes that have came out so far. So I guess to kind of give a general basis of the show, Eden Zero was made by the same creator who did Fairy Tail and Rave Master, I believe. And Hiro Mashima now has published a new series called the Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest that is now going to be adapted. So that's his second of fourth anime project that he said that would be announced over the coming months, years. And yeah, I'm very excited for new and upcoming works that he is going to be publishing. So yeah, hey Amazing Subtile, welcome to the chat, man. Did someone say bring me here? Because I'm here. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. So today, like I said, we'll be covering the first 22 episodes of Eden Zero. So and what my thoughts and opinions are. So basically, Eden Zero is about this kid named Shiki. He is like the grandson of the Demon King, who is a machine. Don't play too much into the thinking on that one, but basically, he is on this island, and or he's on this planet, and basically he encounters a girl named Rebecca and the mascot Happy of the show. So they come and they meet Shiki. They kind of have some ins and outs. Basically, they had a little fight and everything, and basically, you know, they went on their way. They became friends, started going to outer space. They went back to Blue Garden, and Shiki had some emotional moments. He's a very emotional character, and it's very interesting to see how he's portrayed in the show. So, I'm very happy with how the creators have handled him and other characters on the show. So that's him right there. There's Rebecca, who was the blonde girl that he met. So then, you know, over time, you know, they kind of start going to these missions, and they there are a couple of arcs that I would like to address. Basically, for Eden Zero, to kind of just do a little cover basis and everything. So we did start out with the intro arc to the Sakura Cosmos saga, which, like I said, was basically everything that, you know, I told you about with Happy and Shiki and Rebecca basically meeting each other. Well, then there was this Norma arc, which don't play too much into it, but basically this is a planet who it's a planet that basically got eaten by a chronophage, or chronophage, whatever they called it, which is like this space creature that basically like rewinds time and stuff on planets and everything, which is very interesting. So it like went back like 50 years into the past or something, and basically they meet this new character named Wise, this blonde-haired dude. So he's kind of he was like the professor who built Happy and fixed Happy when Happy had an unfortunate accident happen to him. So no spoilers for that yet, but you know, very interesting premise and backstory for Rebecca and Happy there. So they met Wise. Wise was kind of totally against the idea of kind of joining, but you know, he had his own own doings and his own you know, goals set in mind, so it did fit him more to kind of join the crew and everything. What's going on, everyone? Rover, Rugrat, and Josh, what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining the stream. But yeah, basically, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. But yeah, basically, you know, the Norma arc for Eden Zero was not really the best. I think it definitely could have explained a lot more in my opinion. But it had a foundation, it had a premise, it had a story to tell. It just could have been told better. Maybe one of the most average arcs, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. The Skull Fairy arc was an interesting arc because that was them fighting like Elsie, who looks like Urza, basically the red-haired chick from Fairy Tale, and it's interesting because it like we don't really know that much about her besides her being like a space pirate, and we don't really know a lot about her and space pirates as a whole. We got introduced to them, um, and we've been introduced to them vaguely, but but not a lot. And I can't wait to see more storytelling about this arc because it was more of them trying to get this ship for them to travel to Eden Zero. So that's kind of what that arc was about. So the Gillis arc was an interesting arc, and maybe probably the most weakest one of the bunch so far, in my opinion. And it was basically like Shiki, it was about Shiki kind of saving Rebecca with Wise and Homura. So this is kind of where Homura came in, and where she basically was this mysterious character, and no one knew who she was, and she had her own intentions and her own personality and stuff like that. So basically, Shiki and oh yeah, also Pino joined them this arc, and I think Pino's an interesting character. Shiki is the shit. I'm like so pumped that you popped up while I was doing homework. I was dying inside. This is another anime that looked cool. It is cool, Rover. It really is cool. Pino and Happy for the win. Yup. Me who wants to do homework but I didn't. Yeah. I appreciate you joining instead. We over here at the Arceus Rules community, everyone likes to talk about anime, huh? So basically, Pino and Homura start joining these arcs and everything. And I thought they were two interesting characters that brought an interesting perspective to the story, because Homura had her own like a story and her own like goals and stuff like that, and Pino was kind of this machine to kind of also take the place of this other mascot I think the Fairy Tail creator made, and a couple seasons down it was like this other pink cat or something, but they replaced it with Pino, which is very interesting because Pino is like this machine that like is very intelligent and has its own like soul and intentions for doing things. So it kind of has been helping the crew out a lot. Let me show a picture of Pino. So Pino's been helping a lot of the crew. Oh wow, it's better if I specified, but basically, been helping the crew through several fights and with her intellectual abilities. Basically, we'll get to this in a second, but basically, the Gillis arc was about Shiki and all these people saving Rebecca and all the B-Cubers on this planet because this villain guy was kind of stupid and is probably one of the worst villains I've ever like watched and portrayed in like an anime show like series. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting moments that happen, and when I mean interesting, I mean like stuff that's just really stupid. But they managed to save Rebecca. They managed to have an interesting fight with a lot of characters, and overall, I think it was maybe an average, if not a tiny bit above average. Pino is one of my favorite characters, and also is voiced by Ruka in the dub version. Who does Ruka from Rent a Girlfriend? So that's very interesting. Anyway, moving on to the next arc. Which was the Digitalis Arc, and I think anyone knows when I talk about the Digitalis Arc, it is probably hands down the best arc I've seen so far. Probably comparing or on the same level as Sunju right now, But the Digitalis Arc is basically about this planet right here, and all these numbers and coding and SAO type feel and everything. So it's interesting to see that basically Shiki, Homura, Rebecca, Wise, Happy, and Pino all go into this world and everything. And then one of the funniest things is I'm not sure if it was episode 12 or 13, but basically we have some interesting characters that came from here. So we saw how Homura kind of dressed up as a guy when she created her avatar, and Wise kind of dressed up as a girl, which was interesting because I've never really seen an anime kind of flip-flop the roles in like video games, stuff like that, because that happens pretty commonly, like pretty relevant and everything. It was interesting to see how they made that as a joke, like it could have been fan service, but like I interpreted it more as a joke and more of a laughing matter, which I thought was hilarious. Shiki showed up as this like buff dude because he wants to be strong. Rebecca was just normal, like the normal girl she is basically. And honestly, I just like how it conveyed that video game like feel and that like goblins and type magic and medieval times in this like digital world, and it was pretty cool because I think it was a pretty like average arc with being like a good 6-7 episodes honestly, and I think it portrayed the arc very well, probably a good 10 out of 10 in my head honestly. And yeah, very interesting. I love the opposite genders dressing up as the other gender. Interesting, Rover. Very interesting. I think they definitely played. They definitely played a interesting card. Like a interesting setup when it came to that. I kind of applaud them. Mad respect. I like that. Normal. LOL. Okay, sure. Super creative and funny, huh? Yeah, that's right, Hadley. Yep. You were so right. So yeah. I think moving forward, this is kind of where Eden Zero hit its peak, and it just kind of kept rising because Digitalis was really good, and then I do remember, reading the Digitalis arc once we got there, and then the Milladin arc, which is basically another planet that this girl named Xiao Mei, who is the narrator of the story, is very interesting because she I've never seen a narrator telling this story basically, and goes and after one arc in, she goes like, so how'd you like this arc? Pretty brutal, huh? Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen next with Shiki and the crew basically. So it's really interesting how they have that, and she's an interesting character. She is probably one of the weird, unique characters. I mean, I think she has her goods and bads. Barely has been seen in the anime so far, but her role as a character is very unique, and I really do like that. But it was basically about her and pairing Shiki, Homura, Wise, and Rebecca up with these fights with these other people from other planets. Basically, it was like a little tournament type style, 1v1, and she was like, if you win, I'll tell you information about the fourth shining star, who was Valkyrie, who's Homura's mentor, basically. So getting more back on the four shining stars. So we have Witch, we have Sister, we got Hermit, and we got Valkyrie. So in Eden Zero, these characters play a vital part in the show and in the series. So all four of these characters right here, so this is Witch, that's Sister, that's Hermit, and then they're going to soon reveal that because Valkyrie's mentor is dead, if you have seen in episode 22, Homura has become the new Valkyrie of the crew. And by next episode, or the episode after that, they should have all four shining stars completed, and having all four of them will make the ship run at its full capacity, full power. They'll be able to go beyond the Sakura Cosmos and explore other planets and other universes basically. So that's really cool. Seems like they're going to be ending off around that mark, which kind of sucks, but we're all hoping for a season 2, right? Yeah. In this one, anime Clockwork Planet, Naruto dressed up as a girl. I forgot why. So, going on a side note of Clockwork Planet, I do remember vaguely watching an episode or two. It was very interesting, and I don't know a lot about it because I saw like 2 episodes. But it looked interesting. But yeah, I don't think I saw that moment. Wait, the narrator's a person in the anime? Yep, that is right, Rover. Barely seen. Sounds like my dad. That's interesting subtitle. But yeah, that is true. Yeah, it is a narrator. So basically, yeah, that's basically the Militant arc in a nutshell. Basically, that they had these one-on-one matches, and they'd give them the information to Valkyrie. Which then we go to the Sunju Arc, which is what the anime is currently adapting right now. And the Sunju Arc has actually been the most anticipated, animated arc that people have been saying in the whole series. So we did start out with meeting a lot of more characters, new characters. Basically, like Captain Connor, who's hinting about the Eden's One ship. Later on in the anime, which I think I think that's another arc after chapter 100 or something. I think that's where that arc kind of starts and everything. But he hinted that there was an Eden's One and that Connor kind of had a part in this crew. But at the same time, we don't know a lot about him because they met him on the way to Sunju, and they kind of just, kept him on the ship while Wise is kind of keeping an eye on him to see if he's a traitor or whatnot. Then we see how Homura's mom is basically this huge, terrible villain character, and how she abandons her child, and how she says back in a flashback that she loves her child, but she's just a B word, guys. She's a B word. Yeah. So, we got to stay family friendly for all the, content out there. But yeah. Let's see. Clockwork Planet is the best random anime I chose. I'm going to watch Digimon on Clockwork Planet. Wow, the mom's a bad guy. POV, you're me thinking of a collab video for both of us. So basically, Homer's mom is just this terrible villain. She's not even the main villain in the show. The main villain in the show is this dude named Draken Joe, who basically he's just this mercenary, basically out to kind of get money and fame, basically, and he kind of wants to learn more about the Eden Zero crew and kind of destroy them because other villains around them have made their reputation known because of them fighting other villain characters and everything. But she's kind of a part of that society, Homer's mom and everything. And but she's also trying to betray Draken Joe as well. So moving on with the Sunju arc. So basically, Homer's mom is just this terrible character. We also get flashbacks of Homer's past and how she is as a person and what made her as a person. At the same time, Rebecca and Shiki and Homura and Pino and Happy were all looking for spots to search for Valkyrie, and by these criminals invading this casino that they were searching for her, they fought. And because Homer's mom is just one of the worst villains, honestly, they portray this planet as a safe free zone. So if anyone who starts violence basically gets locked up in jail, basically. So because the main character started a fight with these villains, they got sent to this jail room, basically having to collect or having to kill 1 million, or I'm not sure if it was 1 million or 100,000 stones, which were bugs basically, or other creatures, in order for them to escape. But they also found out when the number hits 0 that it resets again all the way to 1 million again. So there really is no escaping. They're criminals forever. So now currently in the anime they're trying to escape which is why they met this other dude named Paul. Yeah, his name was Paul. I remember that. And basically, Paul's like a thief, so his skill is to kind of like detach these like collars from them. And then we got a lot of backstory about Homura and why, and as a little kid that she as a little kid that she basically was this fighter. Like, you know, people would make fun of her for, you know, having a big head. People were making fun of her for hanging around this like old lady who was her mentor. People were making fun of her because she didn't want to be by societal standards and everything and do what, you know, the government had to say, basically. So it was interesting how she was kind of a fighting character in that aspect. Luckily, Oda didn't make this Homer's mom would have died. That's true. So basically, Homer's over here, you know, standing up for her and her mentor whenever things go badly. And, you know, one incident was when she said, or when she used her magic to, or no, her ether gear, basically, to, you know, she attacked these government sons, basically. And when she appeared through a council, basically all she had to do was just apologize. All she had to do was just say sorry. But she's like, no, I'm not going to apologize if these were the people that started the mess. If these were the people that are going to you know, push my societal standard down and make, because I'm a girl, because I have to do this. So it was very interesting how she kind of stood her ground, basically made her point, and just over the time and, you know, her mom betraying her, her mentor dying at the end of episode 22, it just has been interesting so far. And I honestly can't wait, you know, for the series to wrap up and to see where it goes and where all these fights are going, because they left off on a cliffhanger with Homer's mom and Shiki. So Shiki's kind of like, nope, I'm beating her ass, you know, like, no, she's going down, basically. So yeah. What's up, Liz? I don't think you can send the super chat because I do not get money because I need 1,000 subscribers. So share the love, and that's how I can get paid, is when I yeah, is when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So that's why we're trying to reach and everything. It's going to be a long goal, but hopefully I can do it. I'm going to start making videos soon, weekly again. So yeah, that'd be cool. What's going on, Lewis? I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. I'm glad that we're talking about some Eden Zero today. And yeah. So basically, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Tune in either later tonight or tomorrow for a fall anime season review. I'm going to be talking about the new upcoming fall animes and what I'll be watching. Sadly, a lot of animes got cut this season, so there's not a lot to watch, unfortunately. But yeah, I can't wait to talk about it. It's going to be a lot of stuff to cover, and maybe a couple of series that people might be able to recommend me that I don't know about. But yeah, get on Streamlabs. I can try, man. I can try. When is the next stream? Either going to be later tonight. It's 6 o'clock where I'm at right now. So maybe in the next 4 or 5 hours from today. Or it's going to be tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon to late night. So yeah. What's my favorite harem anime, Lewis? Either Date Alive or In Another World with my smartphone. But yeah. Whew. I have a lot of short animes. Yeah, you gotta recommend them to me, Rover, man. Yeah. I'm glad to see new people tuning into my streams. I'm glad to meet new people. It's awesome. I used to have the standard group of people, and now I got more people coming in, and yeah, it's really cool to, you know, meet new people and have fun with it. So I appreciate you guys for joining and subscribing. It's been really great. I've watched. Oh, it's 11 here. Hey, what's your favorite feminist anime? Hadley says. I don't know if any animes are feminist. Any feminist point of view. I am not sure. One Room was pretty good. I found from your channel. Yes, bro. One Room, man. We can talk about One Room in the next stream, man. But yeah, for now, guys, I appreciate you coming out. Hopefully, Septile, Lewis, and Rover, and Hadley, you all enjoyed the stream. It has been great to finally kind of get a group again, and kind of talk about this. I've kind of missed this. I was very surprised about the amount of people joined today's stream. So I greatly appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And yeah, feminist anime, me right now laughing. So anyway, guys, we will talk about some fall animes, and if you guys have any ideas of any other series I should talk about on this channel, please let me know down in the comments below on this video what animes I should talk about, or just anything in general, okay? And yeah, let's see. I tried to say, I missed the whole stream. You gotta make a feminist anime for us. I might have to draw. One day and animate something, you know. Lewis, I promise I'll be back next stream. Just turn on those notifications, comment down below. I got so many videos out there if you haven't seen them, man. So yeah, I promise, Lewis, I will be back. I'm sorry to cut it this short, man. But yeah, I'd totally be into your drawings with a storyline. Yep. So yeah, guys, we're gonna do some new things, you know, for this channel. We're gonna evolve it. We're gonna go forward. We're gonna start making these subscriber goals, and you guys just tell me what you guys all want to do. This is basically a channel made for you guys, specifically for you guys. Whatever you guys want me to do or make or do a live stream up, just let me know down in the comments. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your patience and tuning in for today, and I will be back with you guys very shortly in the next coming 24 hours or so. So yeah, just catch up on comments and we'll leave it at that. But yeah, my favorite short animes are Clockwork Planet, Sister's All You Need. Oh my god, a Sister's All You Need. Oh my god, that's very controversial.